Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Movie Snips. Today we're going to be talking about Sapper Morton, the Nexus 8 replicant in Blade Runner 2049, played by Dave Bautista, who was ultimately killed at the hands of replicant K. There's a bit more of a backstory to Morton's character than what was revealed to us in the film, and I wanted to expound upon that a little. Morton was created by the Tyrell Corporation just before it went bankrupt, and was described as being among the tail end of the newly designed Nexus 8 replicant line. Unlike the previous Nexus 6 models, Nexus 8 series replicants were purpose-built with natural lifespans and were imprinted with ocular implants to better distinguish them from humans. The replicant registration database was created to identify replicants with ease at this time, and the Nexus 8s were used to fight on both sides of the war on the off-world colony of Calantha. He was created in 2019 or 2020, depending on which source you go by. He had a physical level of A as well as a mental level of A, which meant that he was both immensely strong and also possessed highly developed cognitive and reasoning abilities. Morton was a combat medic prior to his arrival on Earth and served in an off-world conflict on Calantha. He fought alongside fellow replicant and leader of the replicant freedom movement Fraser Sadegpour after escaping his unit and arriving on Earth in 2020. Morton became a protein farmer and began growing nematodes. Nematodes were a species of artificial worm developed by the Wallace Corporation. High in protein, they were a primary source of food by the year 2049, as many of the animal species on Earth had gone extinct after World War Terminus. I made a separate video explaining the events of World War Terminus, so please be sure to check that out. Farmers such as Sapper Morton would grow nematodes in plastic dome tents and use bioreactors as fertilizer. Morton would also make frequent trips to Los Angeles to sell his nematodes for a profit. The following year, he helped hide the pregnant replicant Rachel, who died in childbirth and was buried under a tree on Morton's farm. He further assisted in hiding Rachel's offspring. Rachel's child was vital to both the replicant resistance movement as well as to the Wallace Corporation, as she was the first living proof that replicants had the ability to reproduce. So in 2048, Morton went to Los Angeles to sell some of the nematodes he had collected at a market. On his way, he was briefly harassed by a group of thugs, but ignored them before meeting with a young homeless girl named Ella, who he was friendly with. Greeting her mother, he gave Ella a copy of the book, The Power and the Glory, which he had enjoyed reading. He then went to a stall to sell his nematodes, where the vendor would only buy his stock for $3,000, $1,000 less than he required. Leaving the stall disappointed, he noticed the thugs from before trying to sexually assault Ella and her mother. This infuriated him, and he mercilessly beat up the thugs, even killing a few of them. Realizing what he had just done, in a rush to flee the scene, Morton quickly gathered up his things and ran. In his haste, he forgot his identification papers, which a man who had been spying on him picked up. The man then went to the phone to report he found a skin job. So detailed investigation later revealed Morton's hideout, and Officer K, played by Ryan Gosling, a Nexus 9 replicant, employed as a Blade Runner for the LAPD, was dispatched in June 2049 to retire him. K eventually fought Morton and ended up killing him, but not before Morton made a lasting impression on K's psyche, and that K was forced to contend with the realization that he was retiring his own kind. Before dying, Morton also told K that he had never seen a miracle, which K would later go on to discover that the miracle Morton was referring to was Rachel's long-lost child. The role of Sapper Morton was played by Dave Bautista, who was initially rejected because he was too young, as the character was envisioned as having the appearance of a mature 60-year-old. However, director Denis Villeneuve requested makeup artist Donald Mowat to age his appearance with stretched and stripable latex makeup. When the desired effect was achieved, Bautista was cast for the role. I hope you enjoyed watching my video today. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and please check out my channel for more lore videos.